So, along with The Swimmer, there's also another film from Indicator that has been released, and that is 1968's Madigan. Now, this is a film directed by Don Siegel, who also directed 5 films with Clint Eastwood, most notably Dirty Harry. But I've also seen him in the films from him, like the likes of The Lineup, Charlie Varick, and in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1956. Seen 11 films from Don Siegel in total, and this is definitely one of his solid efforts. It's a neo-noir crime drama thriller, and it clocks in at 101 minutes long. Stars Richard Widmark, who I've seen in Judgment at Nuremberg, Twilight's Last Gleaming, and Hell and High Water, plus 13 other films. So yeah, really enjoy his films, and this is again one of his better films as well. And it also stars Henry Fonda, who was in 12 Angry Men, Once Upon a Time in the West, Failsafe, and the Oxbow Incidents, as well as 8 others which I have seen. And also I've got in supporting roles from James Whitmore, who I've seen in 9 films, and Harry Guardino, who I've seen in 4 films, and he was also in Dirty Harry. He was the second lead in that film, in fact. And this is about policeman Bonaro and Madigan. Bonaro played by Harry Guardino and Madigan played by Richard Widmark, who lose their guns to fugitive Barney Benesh. As compensation, the 2 NYC detectives are given a weekend to bring Benesh to justice. While Bonaro and Madigan follow up on various leads, Police Commissioner Russell, played by Henry Fonda, goes about his duties, including attending functions, meeting with agreed relatives, and counselling the spouses of fallen officers. So, if you go into this expecting the likes of Dirty Harry, then you are going to be quite disappointed, because even for a film from 1968, this feels like an old school crime drama. So, and it's definitely one, like I said, that Don Siegel himself would transform into, Dirty Harry, which would get copy and pasted by numerous films throughout the 70s. So, don't go into this expecting that kind of film. But as far as this does go, it's really rather a film that feels like it's influenced by the old school film noir efforts from the likes of the 1940s, especially in terms of the way it's shot, and the fact that even though it does have spurts of violence, they aren't, numerous throughout the film. There's only really 2 generally violent bits and 1 kind of action scene at the beginning, and actually a lot, really. It's a lot more character driven, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because character driven films can be their own engrossing thing, and this is definitely engrossing in that regard, especially thanks to the main cast, who are all great. It is well paced, the cinematography is on point, the few action scenes that are featured are well executed, the score is excellent, and like I said, it's engrossing for the majority of its running time, purely due to the fact it is character driven. And it just shows that Don Siegel isn't just someone that can do exploitation kind of genre films. He's sci-fi, your kind of cop thrillers like Dirty Harry, for instance. He's able to do the more thoughtful aspects as well. And this has a high definition remaster. It's got audio commentary with writers and film experts Barry Forshaw and Kim Newman from this year. You got Cinemas from starring Richard Widmark from 1983, clocking in 8 minutes long, who celebrated actor talks about his career in this extract from the French television program. You got Super 8 version, which is a cut down home cinema presentation. Then you got the original theatrical trailer. You've got new and improved English subtitles. And you've also got a limited edition 36-page booklet with this as well. So there's the disc itself. And it looks pretty good for only a high definition transfer. It's not a 4K scan or a 2K scan, but it still looked really rather good, which just goes to show how well filmed it was at the time. And you've got in the booklet, you've got the cast and the crew. Then you've got The Changing of the Guard by Alana Larzik from this year. And then you've got Don Siegel on Madigan, which is from 1993. It's an excerpt from his memoir, a Siegel film, published posthumously in 1993. And then you got a critical response from the time. So you got all the reviews from the time from certain publications. And then, it's a HD remaster from Universal themselves, because they released the film at the time, which was the source for this Indicator edition. And, the original mono soundtrack was also remastered at the same time. So, really solid film. Not as great as, say, as Dirty Harry, certainly not as influential as that film, because, like I said, Don Siegel would completely transform that kind of crime drama that's focused on cops with that film, and this definitely feels more like a homage to the film noir films of the 1940s, but yeah, still fantastic in its own right, and yeah, especially with that 3 lead cast, and yeah, well, 4 lead cast, I guess you could say, and yeah, and like I said, it looks really rather good and it's engrossing throughout. So yeah, highly recommend it if you've not seen it. This is a little bit cheaper than some more limited edition films. I think it was $15.99, but again, if you're not into the sure about this kind of film, then I would recommend either it goes on sale or rent the thing first. So yeah, but I'm again glad I took the chance on it, just like I am with The Swimmer, which I've already done a video of. Hope you've already seen that one, but if you haven't, then go watch it. But yeah, still, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this film if you've seen it already. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.